Okay, so Kim and I are here. Welcome aboard,
Woo.
everybody. And we're talking. We always get together every Wednesday and we speak about spirit experiences and things of that nature. And what I wanted to share that I haven't shared with Kim yet is the expanding outward and descending within techniques that mediums, trance mediums,
Oh,
and psychics use. So I always teach the descending within technique, and I
right,
knew it was coming from somewhere other than myself.
right.
So, and we have found out recently that my guide is Paul, an apostle.
Yes. Yep.
He's many confirmations have come through to prove it. And I found out the apostles descended within. They never
Oh,
expanded out.
makes total sense.
No, it's
Makes.
it's wonderful. So you have Daniel, the apostle
Hmm.
Daniel. If you ever read his the book of Daniel in the Bible, this is not
Hmm.
about religion.
Right.
It's I don't teach religion, of course. But anyway, that's how Daniel he perfected it, how to descend within and go down into that void. So, for example, when he was thrown into the lion's den, he survived it, and that's actually a metaphor, but he's being in there because he was able to stay into the stillness. And when I say metaphor, it's a teaching to go
Hmm.
into that stillness and survive. That you go
Right.
down into that deep void, and he wasn't bothered. And when they went to go take him out, I think it was the next day, he was still alive.
It makes total sense because it, Jesus taught God is within and all around you, right?
He
So
taught that
that'd be
the Holy
right,
Spirit
the
was within
divine,
us. Yeah.
right? The divine is within and all around you. Makes total sense, and I can relate to what you just said with the lion's den, right? Just go into that. He went into the stillness. When I had uh, surgery and I had 18 feet of packing in one breast and 16 in the other, they had to come in every day and change it out. I would literally, if it wasn't for a trance and all that I had learned from you and the loves, I would not have survived that. There's nothing that they can give you to take that pain away. Nothing. I would literally go drop into trance and go deep, deep within myself into the I call it the void, the stillness, just like you said. And I would just disappear.
Huh.
And the nurse would say, "Man, I wish you could teach that to all my patients." And it just I can totally relate to what
Yeah.
you just said.
It's almost
You
going
go
into
in.
emptiness. People are
Yes,
afraid of the dark, so they don't realize that you have to go into the dark to get to the light. And the only way to go,
exactly.
there's no fear. You just,
Absolutely.
yeah,
You have to let that darkness encapsulate you. And it is so serene and you feel so safe and held in that darkness that then all of a sudden you start to see the light. It's a beautiful experience
you
if
don't
people
always
would
see the
allow.
light when you're in the
Yeah, you
darkness.
don't
So
have to. Yeah,
don't go
yeah,
searching because you'll get
yeah. Don't go
you're
searching.
really.
It just happens. It naturally happens. And it might not be light. It might be whatever you consider light. But there is safety in that darkness. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful experience.
It's like
That's the only reason.
the womb of creation. If you think of
Yeah.
it as the black hole, and it's
Mhm.
soil being fertilized, which is us.
Right.
And we go in,
Right.
and when they speak about going into the temple is us going into our temple. That's why they say
Right.
we should take care of our own temple and not search without outside of ourselves. And expansion came in a more of a modern times. I actually 1700s they started so teachers and mediums started looking at whether they back then they taught that the heavens were high up. They
Right.
didn't they were somewhere out around us. So it depended on which teachings you were being taught back in those days, in the 1700s when
Mhm.
they wanted to expand. So they couldn't go within, so they started expanding out, thinking they were reaching out to the heavens or to source or going through the crown, which crown is receiving within, not
Right.
reaching out. And it really what that you do when you do that is you juggle up your energy and it's expanding out. You really don't go within, and you won't really get a really good blend. The power is in the blend when you go within self.
Absolute. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. It's a huge difference if you retreat within and then meet spirit versus wasting that energy all out here and
Yeah.
then trying to meet spirit. It's like it's chaotic. It's it's just it doesn't
It,
work as good.
it's the same with the White Brotherhood. They would rather you go into, they call it the void.
Hmm.
I call it the void. Let's call it the void. And the reason why, because you're going in and you sink down into that void. And once you
Yeah.
reach that sweet spot of that void and you learn to take that down and develop that into trance, you won't feel like speaking. And that's because you're
No.
in that beautiful blend with spirit. And then the authenticity of their words start coming through. And we should never
Hmm.
search for words. While you're going down and you in that blend, a lot of people, what they do is they bring spirit in and ask them to come and blend with you, and then they wait for the message. They wait. We should never wait for anything. We should just allow the descend to go in
Yeah.
and allow, and then it comes,
And
and then
it just
there can be a
happens.
uh,
Just
there,
happens organically.
yeah. It takes time to develop it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But and then so I do. There's this breath technique. Um, and it's a breath technique that Daniel used, one of the apostles used.
Ooh.
And you breathe. So it's similar to what I already teach, which I didn't realize. But anyway, but the one that I taught this past Saturday was you breathe in through the nose, and you want to take the breath down. So you breathe, and the breath goes all the way down, fills your belly up.
It's there.
When
Yeah.
you and when you descend it out, I call it or blow it out, you blow it down. And with each down breath, your shoulders are going down, down, and you feel your conscious sinking away and back
You
of
can
you.
literally feel it. You can
And then
literally feel it.
and when you get down, 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 stop, stay in that void. You can breathe, but stay in the void, and then breathe back in again, all the way down into the belly, blowing the belly up like a balloon, softly but deeply, and then release it back out, down, down, feeling your conscious separating. But don't look for it, but you will recognize it. When you get down to where you can't breathe out anymore, stop. No thought, just fill the void and then do the breath again. And you can do that 4 times, 10 times, whatever gets you into that state. In the meantime, between these breaths, you want to ask your guide to come in to blend with you.
They're already here.
You can already feel it, can't
Right
you?
right here. I
And
mean,
some,
because I've been doing this so long with you now. It's like they just the minute they know that the minute I start to, you can feel it.
yeah.
You can feel the expansion happening within, and then boop 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 boop
Yeah.
boop.
So when people say you feel the expansion, it's not like you're feeling the expansion outside of
No,
yourself. You
no,
kind of you
it's
have this
all
feeling.
it's in you.
But whatever you do, do not search. Do not for whatever we're saying today, don't look for it. Don't look for it outside of yourself.
No.
Look for it within yourself and just allow. Don't no expectations. But
And you'll feel it. You'll feel it right here in the core of your being. You will
yeah,
feel it's like a doorway opening. I call it the doorway opening within. It literally opens you up within yourself.
it does.
It's how I feel it. And then you feel spirit. You feel the love just boop 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 coming right
Everybody
on
has a
in.
different experience,
Right.
yeah.
This is just my experience
And the
doing it.
hardest thing is to quiet for especially for beginners or new ones, or if you've had a bad day, if you're having a hard time, maybe you just came in from grocery shopping or something, and you want to go meditate or you want to go blend with your guides or
Right.
you need to go into a trance class or
Right.
whatever. Just settle in
Yeah, it might
and
take a
always,
more,
yeah,
yeah, more than 4 breaths, right? 4 or 5
yeah,
times to really get
to breathe.
down.
But when your mind's chattering, just don't pay attention to your mind. Literally don't. And when
Mhm.
it starts to chatter, just allow the chatter to go away. You'll start seeing visions. Some most people do. do not focus on the visions, but don't push them away because you don't ever want to push anything Spirit's giving you away. Just allow it to go away on its own. Don't pay attention to it. Once you start focusing on it, you don't get into that void.
Right. I love that. That's my Happy Gilmore place, Julie.
I know, mine
I
too.
just, it's just my, ooh, if I didn't have that space, yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing this journey. It really is what, what I need to go on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense because you grow with it when you're going into it.
Yeah.
When trance, people don't realize it that, but if you're dedicated and
It becomes a
you
way of
know,
life,
yeah, it
right? It,
does.
it literally becomes, it's like, how can you ever not have this? It basically, it becomes part of your being because it is you. It is, this is how we're supposed to be, I believe, is walking with
So,
spirit.
yeah, and trusting. It's almost like going into
Mm-hmm.
the darkness without a flashlight. You have to trust.
Yeah, right.
Just trust that spirit. You'll be taken care of. You'll
It's
be
there.
fine. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
work. You don't want to bypass the work. You don't want to bypass your development. You want to
Nope.
work at it and keep it going.
It takes years,
But don't
years
scare
to,
everybody away.
well, I mean, if you're doing it right, right, I mean, it takes years to develop, and it will take me personally years to continue to develop. That's the journey,
Yeah. Yeah, we
constantly
continue
growing and
developing.
developing.
The
Yeah.
reward though comes in a few years of sitting and
Hmm.
sitting. If you, it does, it comes, and it's not even all about speaking. Most people get into
No,
speak. You can have that personal relationship with your guide, with spirit, just in
absolutely.
general. And and that's what the Right Brotherhood. They've always been nudging me for years. They like that
Yeah.
you to go into that void. So because they don't lecture, like people will bring them out and they're lecturing, but that's a lot of the mind being influenced. It's influenced
Hmm.
the speaking. Basically, what I'm saying is when you get into that void with spirit, it's and that true, authentic space of trance, your trance is completely different than when you hear
Hmm.
people talk about politics
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah. Spirit doesn't care
or
about that.
scolding us. They don't scold us.
Yeah. They don't care if we're fat, we're skinny. They don't care
Mm.
about our color, our creed, our religion. They don't care about our politics. Nothing like that.
Yeah,
They care about our journey, and they care about being of service. You know what Austin, my son, said, who's crossed, said to me the other day? Mom, being of service is the greatest thing another spirit can do for another. It's the greatest calling, he said.
yeah, it's
That blew me
true.
away. I was driving and tears just started streaming down my face. Yeah, it's the greatest calling that another soul can have for another
And we
with
can be
another
in
soul.
service in so many ways. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
about just teaching or so many ways of being in service from my heart, not from my ego, not expecting
right.
anything in return. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And when he said that, it all kind of clicked. Why spirit guides do what they do with us. It just make, and why we are of service with
Yeah.
others. It all starts to come full circle and make sense.
It does. It's wonderful.
Hmm.
It's very rewarding. We grow. And then your
Right.
ego, you let go of the ego that pushes you with triggers and stuff, and you start recognizing what
Start
triggers you. And
recognizing the
yeah,
triggers.
yeah, once you start growing, I
Right.
know.
It's like, ooh, better watch that
Everything
one.
is your teacher. Everyone, every soul, everybody is your teacher.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
And
you
you
go,
respect it. You
hmm
start to respect it. You start to catch on. And then you'll get to a place where you say, do I need to react to that or not? You get to
yeah.
choose.
Or
'Cause,
how do I react to that?
right. How
But
should
be
I react?
careful because as you grow, you'll let it go, you let it go, and then one day it'll be like, oh.
Yeah. You'll be
I mean,
that.
we're all human, right?
Right. We're still human.
But things are not always as we perceive either. Somebody can say
No.
something to us and we can take it completely wrong the way it's meant, or the purpose
Hmm.
behind it, or the intention behind it. It's the
Hmm.
intention that counts a lot of times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or your gut telling
Intention.
you.
Yeah, right. It's the intention behind everything. And then the reaction.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this was a nice chat. Thank you,
This
everyone.
was
And
a good, you
yeah,
come up with some good stuff, Mama.
well, I study a lot, but I study on my own, but my guides lead me to this Paul, and it's been Paul all this time.
Right?
So I've had mediums come and go. I've always expanded out. I don't understand it. It's always what I was taught. Well, you were taught because it became with the modern and into the modern world of mediumship. I guess that's how they
Mm-hmm.
say it.
Right.
Um, and they started expanding out. They just tried different techniques. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying this works better. It truly does
Well,
teach coming
it does,
within.
and it never sat well with me when I would hear people saying, "Yeah, reach out." It never felt right. It felt wrong, and I could not really have that good connection with the loves. And so I asked them, "What's the deal?" And they hear him plain as day, "Child, you have the answers within. Why would you want to go out? Where?" And they'd say, "They're so funny. Where are you going?" Hear that. Where are you going? I was like, well, this person's saying to reach out. Child, go within.
Yeah, it never did work for me. I
Me
mean, I
either.
tried it because, people say, oh, I'll try it, but no, I never
Right.
did. You actually wind up floating. You're out
Yes.
there and you feel, so your mind is it's feeling this connection and you're like, wow, it feels really good. But then you stay there and then
Right.
you want spirit to come and blend. So it's like the old teachers taught and they still teach it. And I was mentioning this the other day on to somebody. So, you'll see them, they'll give you a triangle. Here's a triangle
Mm-hmm.
up here, and here's a triangle, an upside down triangle up here. And we're the upside down triangle down here. Spirit is here, and then you come here to meet them. But that's not how it goes. You don't have to
Nope.
meet spirit up here.
Nope.
When you descend within, you are spirit. When you descend
Exactly.
within, you go down to that void with your soul and you relax into that space of beautiful nothingness. Then you
Mm-hmm.
allow spirit to come within you. It helps them easier because spirit needs stillness. They
Absolutely.
need stillness.
It's like you open that doorway within, and you've realized that they're always there,
Yeah.
basically, and you're just bringing your consciousness into their being, if that makes sense.
And they'll say that, yeah. And people also say, well, bring them into my heart. Well, so do I automatically. When I start working with spirit, automatically my heart and it goes out to them.
Yes.
So even the apostles, sometimes you'll read where they were open, they would bring spirit into their chest area. And it's usually the chest
Mhm.
area to them was the heart and the solar plex area. It was
Yep,
in that space where
right
the
here.
soul actually lies. Yeah. So
Right in
yeah,
here.
it's amazing.
And you can feel it. You can literally, if you
Hmm.
do it, you can feel it opening up
Yeah, you can
or
feel it.
inward. I say inward. When I say
Yeah,
opening up, it's not outward. You can feel it expanding inward. It's like
yeah.
that
And the thing,
doorway
yeah,
inward.
exactly. Yeah, you do. It's beautiful. The thing to do though is to keep up with it. So I call it a 7-minute click. When I personally go down into trance at this time, it takes me 7 minutes up to
Hmm.
7 minutes to feel. I call it the click. You don't literally always feel a click, but I call it that click,
Right.
that knowing. You're like, oh, I'm there, and then you can
Yep.
take that down once you feel. But you have to be have that intention of going down and settling within
Hmm.
and asking spirit to come in. Don't wait for it, just allow it, and they come in. And then, but now try to go past that time
A
when you feel
little,
them.
yeah, just a
Go
little further.
past and don't wait for anything. Just stay there. You might
Hmm.
hear, you might hear anything sometimes, but a lot of evidence come out. And I work with mediums. For example, this is one in my class now, two of them actually, in my class now that they said they never thought they would get so much evidence from going within. And it's just amazing. One of them is really kind of in shock right now because she's new at it. The other one's been with me for a while. But it's true.
Right.
You can
It is.
blend with a spirit loved one and get more evidence or more anything, than you can expanding out. Our minds are taught to
Mm-hmm.
work, 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 work.
Right.
We're not, but it's not about working and working and working to here. Anyway,
Right.
thank you guys. I'm sorry. Did you want to say anything, Kim? I hogged the show
No,
today.
no, no, no. I love it. I love it. It was great. Great
Mhm.
topic. Yeah. And I just
Um,
like the feeling. I mean, just us talking, you can feel spirit.
you can feel it really
Yeah,
beautiful.
you feel
Yeah.
strong right here. They're like, yes, are we working? What are we doing? You called? You rang? You rang?
I know,
Yeah.
right? Okay, we shall see you guys next week, and thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye.
That was great.